Guys, what should you say if you hear the phrase, I'm not interested? Today we're going to go over that exactly. So what should you say whenever someone, your client or your potential person says, I'm not interested? I think the first thing we need to understand what they're actually saying when they say the phrase not interested. Is there times when someone really just doesn't want what you sell? Sure. In those cases, move on. You don't need to sell them. You just move on to it. But oftentimes people say I'm not interested because, in my opinion, it's because it's a lack of time, or they really don't understand why you're there and they don't want to waste their time with you, or they have other things to worry about. It's usually a time thing. And so it's not that they don't need or want your service, it's they don't want to spend the time to learn and educate themselves about what it is you're trying to sell them and then move on. So you need to give them a reason to listen to you and to move on, but do it in a way that's not salesy and comes off as just as information to them. And it has to be quick, because as we understand this is the ultimate reason why they're saying no, is there's a lack of time. So I hear the phrase, not interested. What do I say? The first thing I always do is, if you guys remember from my other videos, you agree with the customer every time. So I'll say something along the lines of, I understand. This next phrase is something I personally use and it's worked really good for me, is I'll say something along the lines of, most people are busy like you and they have other things to worry about. Something along those lines. I understand most people here, they got better things to worry about than talk to me. Most people around here have got obviously a lot of things going on. You got kids and other things to worry about. This is the last of your priorities. What you're doing is you're saying, hey, I'm on your side. I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm just letting you know I'm on your side. So you say, I understand most people were really busy. We're really busy too. Something along those lines. So, hey, I understand most people around here, they got other things to worry about. Just so you know. So this is the third piece. I understand. So come break it out over here. 1, 2. And the third piece is just so you know. So you're right here. Cool. So just recap, you go through the beginning, you say, I understand. Most people, same as you, they were really busy, had other things to worry about than talk to me. Just real quick, just so you know, third piece. And if you're selling whatever it is, product, service, if it's a service, you might say something along this line. You say, hey, and just so you know, I'm already in the neighborhood. I've started working with a few of your folks. As a matter of fact, do you know so-and-so and so-and-so? Cool. Yes, so since we're already with them, we're just actually letting everyone know what we're doing today. And then you move on to your pitch. You move on. That's the next, I should say that's probably the final piece. Number 4 is it's nothing you say, but you move on. You don't dwell on not interested. You don't keep bringing it back up. Oh, but you said you weren't interested, right? Of course not. You're not going to keep bringing that back up. You agree with them. You let them know, hey, I'm on your team. I understand you got a million better things to do than talk to me. Just so you know what it is. We've been noticing this here, so that's why I'm here today. And I'm moving on past that objection and onto my pitch. Since I'm here, what it is we're doing this type of a deal, or taking care of all the folks together. Let's say you're selling a product. You know, someone walks into a store, they're trying to buy a product, and you're trying to help them, and they say, hey, I'm not interested. Cool, totally understand. A lot of people have other things that they were looking at or have better things to do with their time than just talk to me. Just so you kind of know what it is that we're doing today. We just got these new pieces in. These are our promotional pieces. I should ask you though, for you, are you looking for like our new products, or are you looking for something in particular? You know, and then now all of a sudden you're distracting them. You're not focusing on not interested, you're focusing and talking to them about what it is that they need and want. So that's the whole idea. Not interested is a process of just moving on and moving past. And in the case, I should, you know, the disclaimer here, people might give negative reviews and comments like, if someone says not interested, leave them alone. Honestly, I'm not there to bug them. I just want to make sure this person sincerely is not interested in what I'm servicing or whatever it is I'm selling. And if they haven't given me a chance to actually talk to them, how can they actually know if they're interested or not? So my job is just to come off as not pushy, not salesy, just say, hey, I understand, just so you know, this is what's going on here. and see is there any interest. And then if they give me a strong no again, goodbye. I'm done. I'm not going to keep selling you. But a lot of times they'll listen to you a little bit longer because you came off as more of a friend and not as a pushy salesman. And they'll be like, well, yeah, I understand. Yeah, we've actually had that same problem too right now. It's just a bad time right now. Could you come back in an hour? Absolutely. Here, let me just follow up, back up with you. What was your name? Go, yeah, I'll stop by in an hour. And then you've got a solid callback to go back to, and you're working with their time, and they'll listen to you this next time around because you were kind and you listened to them, and you understood that exact moment was not the right time, but they actually did have a need for your service. You were able to move past it, explain quickly what you did, and realize they do qualify. They're a good customer, or a good potential at least. So that's the process. Just to recap one more time. Someone says, hey, I'm not interested. What do you say? Agree. I understand. Totally understand. Most people said the same thing. They were busy and had other things to worry about than talk to me. Just so you know what's going on, we're doing this today. And I move on. I create a need. I ask them a couple of questions, see if they qualify. If they qualify, I then move on with the sell, or I set a solid callback for later if they really are busy and they don't have the time to talk to me. So that's the process for getting over the objection, not interested.